What did you think you were really good at until you watched someone else do it? I interviewed for my current job at an aerospace firm. The 3 interviewers asked me to work at a whiteboard while describing my research. My research involved laser physics, and while starting to draw I tried to gauge their knowledge level, and being kinda nervous I asked, "Do you guys know lasers?" They just looked at me and said yeah, so I kept going. Unbeknownst to me, one of them was a laser physics PhD with 20 years of high energy laser experience. One of them was chief space systems architect at the company that specialized in ground to space laser communication systems, and the other was a space systems department head. Months later, I was working on a project for the laser communications guy, who was basically giving me a crash course on atmospheric optics, and I started laughing because I remembered the time I asked him, "Do you know lasers?" Making balloon animals. I thought I was good at it, making flamingos, eagles, beavers, giraffes, etc. Until a pro made a giant squid out of multiple balloons that he called his kraken. I was the best boggle player in my universe as a child. I'd take on whole rooms of people as a party trick, that is, everyone else versus me. Then the internet existed, and boggle style games popped up online, and I found out I was only the 783rd best boggle player in the world on that website at that moment. Ping pong. I've never lost to anyone I've ever met or any of my friends until one day I went to a ping pong club that met at a high school gym. The guy that managed the club was ex-Olympics, and I couldn't score a single point on the worst player there. I used to think I was pretty good at chess. Whenever I asked my friends to play after school I would always beat them. Then I actually joined in a chess club and never won a game again. Running. You think you'll be okay until the kids in track start jogging. Chinese. I was easily the best in my high school and survived just fine on my own in Taiwan. Then I started majoring in it and can't seem to get past a vocabulary of 1,500 words without forgetting others. Meanwhile some of my CL budmates just see a word and know it for life. Fencing. I would show up to open competitions and cruise through everyone. Started going to actual sanctioned events and was absolutely destroyed. I loved it though. When you get eliminated in the first round of eliminations for long enough, you really appreciate the small bits of progress you make. Like getting to the second round. Painting. Fine art painting. Oils, acrylics, watercolors. Then my first child got accepted into art school and she can art circles around me now. I'm so proud I can't even be discouraged. Edit. Thank you for the silver and gold, kind strangers. I'm a proud mom. Closed bracket. Sports in general. I play ice hockey and sometimes I think I am pretty good. Then a college player ought to show up and just knock my confidence levels way down. I thought I was really good at ducking up my life. Then I found Reddit. Edit. Holy hit. Gold. Tetris. Drawing. Everyone in my CL bud told me I was good, but then I looked at other people draw online and I realized how crappy my drawing were. Smash Brothers Melee in the pre-internet, pre-online Smash I should say, days. I am pretty good at the game for the normal person, and could easily beat all my friends as Samus without trying. I talked myself up so much, and was all "Area man I am so good at this game. Until a buddy of mine ended up meeting through another friend a ranked Smash player. Not even a high ranked player. Just some guy who was a kinda sorta gordo. Yay, well, holy hit. He beat me down without breaking a sweat. It was not even a close match at all. None of the matches we played were. It was that day I learned there are 2 levels of experience for fighting games. A normal / Asualo Rena Pro. Gaming, drawing and a ton of other stuff actually. This was mostly during my years in elementary school, since I actually was great at a lot of things, compared to my friends. I can't say I wasn't a bit arrogant. College shut me down though. I was decent at solving a Rubik's Cube, and in my group of friends I was the only one that could do it at all, so I felt pretty good about myself. Then I saw this kid. https://yauta.b/oeox6y53vio. Playing an instrument. Programming. Video games. Played since I was a kid, and I'm awful at them. I used to think that I could lift things on my back all day every day. I could carry furnitures like bookshelves, drawers, and single couches regardless how heavy they were. I walk while carrying them on my back, as long as I needed to, until I went to the gym and see all these ripped people weightlifting the dumbbells that I reckon were 5 times the weight of the stuff I was carrying. I then had a hernia repair due to pigger booking an ex-girlfriend too many times. Shocking thing. Video games, specifically FSers. Man, Shroud is not human. Beatboxing, then some guy at school blew my mind. Running. When I was in middle school I ran a half marathon, and I thought that made me a good runner. I also did track and cross country, and I was always near the top. But when I reached high school, I realized I am not that good at running and was average. SNES Mario Kart. I thought I was an unstoppable ducking machine. That was basically the game. I played it daily for years. Got to college. So had everyone else. Math. Running. Except back when I was a teen I didn't know that was what it was called, and YouTube hadn't been invented yet. I just tried to fly through the stages in games like Mario World as fast as I could without dying, impressing my younger cousins. And then someone posted that famous 11 meters TARS of Mario Bros 3. Back at that point, 99% of people didn't know that it was entirely pre-programmed. All we knew was this guy in Japan was wrecking SMB3 and using the unskippable battle fleet stage as a springboard practice maximuming out his life count. It was then I knew there's always someone better than you at something, and I've been fascinated with speedrunning ever since. Tekken. I thought I was pretty good with a few of the characters. This is until I met this one dude who says he plays, so I envied him over, and what does he bring but an arcade style controller. That's when I knew I was ducked. I never won a single match against him. Photography. As an amateur, I would never compare myself to a pro. I do decent pictures, I have a good eye for detail, etc. One of my friend bought himself a camera, same style as mine, reflex. No previous photography experience with that kind of camera. My god. The pictures he does appear perfect, full of emotions and just aesthetically amazing. Without any need of filtering or Photoshop. Edit. Thanks everybody for the comments. As I said, I'm just an amateur. I love taking pics, print them and put them on my walls and my friends' walls if they want to. Did a couple of photo shoots for free at friends' weddings who couldn't afford a photographer, a baby shoot, and one for an artist friend. They were all happy, but again, it was free, so no high expectations. I only post my pictures on FB and Instagram for a very small audience of friends and a few strangers who found me by themselves. Not looking to get them out to the world yet. So many great photographers out there in the world. I just don't compare. And I've been cyberbullied in the past, so my identity will remain private. DS. My friend is pretty much the same and wants to keep his privacy, so I won't post his stuff on a forum. Jiu-jitsu. I trained at an MMA gym and did pretty well even with the best guys. I switched to a jiu-jitsu specific gym and now I'm absolute trash. I was a decent Midwest snowboarder in the late 90s. Not great mind you, but pretty good by my local mountain standards. Moved out west and the first week I went riding with a guy from AC. We built a booter in the backcountry. I hit it and did some lame trick. He climbed up way higher than me, straight glided it and busted an ugly backside rodeo. First time off the kicker. Stomped the landing. I knew right there that I was not a good snowboarder. School in general. Little fish/big pond syndrome is totally real. As you get older you just realize how much smarter the rally smart people of the world are than you. Hell, I'm in med school right now, and some of these people are just ducking genius. That exam you studied all week for and barely p-butted. A third of the CL but just nails it all somehow. The biggest tip I can give anyone for their education is to find the smart kids, study with them, and watch and learn. Minecraft. Play it a lot still, and keep playing, and I am fine knowing I cannot build as crazy as some people or build nutty farms like others. I just do my best, and have a good time. The PC game Total War. Thought I was really good. Went multiplayer. It turned out I had the Dunning-Kruger effect. Ever tried to play Civ online after you thought you're basically God from all the AIs you've beaten? Holy hit. From 7k karma to 28k in an idle mayo. Also, thanks for gold Reddit. Please subscribe to Reddit Throne. Please subscribe to Reddit Throne.